Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear my voice. And This is Pawan Srivastav, librarian KNJ Vidyalaya Dharmapuri. I welcome all the participants of KNJ Vidyalaya Dharmapuri as well as from the other KV, other regions, to for attending this seminar. And I promise you that this is going to be very beneficial for everyone. I recommend that if you keep a notepad and pen ready with you to note down the important points if you feel so. It is not necessary to note down everything, but if you feel so, you can note it down, because I thought of this program because many people come to me and ask me, we are new, tell me how to fill this APAR. So I thought we should do these kind of programs to make everyone equipped with all the required knowledge on the service matters. So we have 32 people joined till now. Now I think we should start. If anyone wants, can join in between. So first, today we'll start. We'll start with the APR topic. I'll just give you an idea what you should fill in the APR, what you should not, and you can if you can relate, you can note the points, and it will help you in filling up your APR. I hope everyone has got the APR for this year. So even in Kendriya Vidyalaya Dharmapuri, lots of teachers are almost everyone is new in this Vidyalaya also. So initially the program was for the staff of Kendriya Vidyalaya Dharmapuri, but I thought why not others should also get the benefit if we are making such arrangement. So we started this, initiated this program. So I'll just introduce you with our other speaker. Today I'll be briefing you about the APR, and we have Bharat sir, who will be Bharat Kataria sir, who will be telling you how to fill APAR. He'll also show you live streaming, live filling of the APR on the website of Income Tax Department. So let's start. Should I start now?
Okay. Yes, sir. Sure.
So first of all, I hope everyone has got the APR, and they have a little bit idea what APR is, why we are supposed to fill APR. Just give me a moment. So guys, first of all, I'll cover introduction of APR, introduction to the APR, what is this, and then importance of APR during service, understanding of grading. Then we'll talk about the do's and don'ts, what we should fill and what we should not. So first thing is APR. I hope everyone knows the full form of the APR. It's annual performance assessment report. So which is filled annually for everyone. All the staff members of the Kendriya Vidyalayas have to fill this APAR. Timeline. What is the timeline? Timeline is the assessment of the performance that we perform from 1st April till 31st March. It is similar to our income tax also. So Initially initially instead of APR there was ACR. It used to happen ACR, annual confidential report. Till 2008 everyone was using ACR, and at that point of time when we used to fill ACR, nobody will show you of your grading. That will be confidential. Whatever you have entered, whatever you have filled, after that your after that your reporting officer will fill the report, whatever you have filled, what you have performed, and after that your reporting officer will fill the assessment, and then they will update the grading, and that will be kept confidential, and that will not be shown to you. But after 2008 the system of APR was introduced and the name was also changed to from annual confidential report to annual performance assessment report. That the purpose of the assessment report is to assess each and every employee how they are performing. It is more of a self appraisal. When you self assessment, when you do self assessment, on the basis of your self assessment your reporting officer will assess you, and then grading will be given to you, and you will be shown your grading and reporting of the reporting officer, so that if you want you can improve on that point. Now I'll move to the next point. Importance of APR during service. It is very important during your service. So the first most everyone love that point. It can help you in your transfer also. So if you are getting good grade in the APR, it will help you in getting transfer. If you are not getting good grades in APR, it may be able to get you punishment of getting punishment transfer. So we should be very careful while filling up the APR, and we should be filling it very honestly. So first benefit of APR is the importance is the weightage that you get in your transfer application form. So during your transfer application form you will see that there will be an option of filling up your gradings, APR gradings of last 2 years. Per year you will get 2 points if you have performed outstanding. I'll talk about the grading also, what is outstanding, what is very good, everything I'll talk about. So if you have got the outstanding grading, then it will give you plus 2 point for 1 year. If you have got outstanding grading in both the years, it will give you plus 4 points. So if you have worked at a station for 3 years, you get plus 2 point for per year, so your total point is 6. And if you have outstanding grading in your APR, you get plus 4 points. That means you have got the benefit of 2 years more, so your total point will be 10. And for females it's a little bit different. They also get the plus 6 point for female. So this is the first benefit. The second is whenever you are applying for any innovation award or national award, whenever you are trying for any award, any achievement, at that point of time your APAR is very necessary. They will see your APAR, what you have assessed yourself and what you have done, what your reporting officer is writing, plus the final thing, they will also note down your gradings. So your gradings are also important at that point of time. Apart from that, when after completing 12 years service, you get senior scale, and we have a separate session for the senior scale and selection scale. So we'll be covering what is that. And senior scale is something like getting a promotion to the next grade. So your post will be the same. If you have not got any promotion in last 12 years, so Sangathan will promote you to the next pay grade. So this is senior scale, and in 24 years, after completion of 24 years of service, you will get selection scale. So for selection scale also your APAR is considered. So for considering the APR, for considering for senior scale and selection scale, you should get the very good grade in your assessment for last 5 years. They will see at least in last 5 years, minimum in 3 years you should have got very good. So this is the other benefit of the other importance of the APAR. Now let's understand the gradings. What is the what grading means what? So we all know we are judged on the scale of 1 to 10. So if you get 8 and above, 8 and above is outstanding. So you will be judged as outstanding performer if you have got 8 and above in your APR grading, and 7 and above up to 8 up to 7.9 you will be judged as very good. 6 and above up to 6.9 you will be judged as good. 5 and above up to 6.9 you will be judged as good. Below 5 you will be judged as average, and below 4 you will be judged as poor performer. So if you get below average, then in your transfer application you will get -2 points. So this is also this is a negative point also. There is a negative things also. So you should we all must try every time that we must get 8 plus 8 and above, so that our gradings are outstanding, and we gets the benefit in the transfer, in the senior scale, selection scale, or after completing 5 years of service. Every year ABS ask for the regional award, national award, and all India national award. So for that also your APAR will be considered. So this is the importance and the gradings of the APAR. Now let's quickly talk about the filling of the APR. Sometimes we are not aware how to fill the APR initially. In the initial few years of the service, we fill it very casually, and we end up getting less scores, or if we somebody is reading our APR, they should feel that you have really done well. So first thing in the APR is self-assessment. So on the basis of your self-assessment, you will be judged. Your reporting officer, means principal, will judge you on the basis of your self-assessment. See guys, everyone knows that no one is better is better to know the work that we have done except us. So we are the only one who will be knowing what extraordinary, what best things we have done, what initiatives we have taken. Your reporting officer cannot remember each and everything that you have done in your entire year. So your reporting officer will not be able to remember for all the teachers, for all the staff members. So you should remember each and everything that you have done. So I always recommend we should maintain a small diary or a notebook. We should on a notepad we must note each and everything, from smallest to biggest, everything, each and everything that we have done for the school, for the students, for the parents, for the well-being of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. Each and every initiative that we take during the whole year, we must note it down on a notebook or on a notepad, so that while filling up at the time of filling APAR, you should refer to that and fill it properly. Otherwise what happens is we are given a blank APR form in the month of April, and we don't remember what to fill, what not to fill. So at that point of time we'll only remember few things of recent time that we have done, and we'll end up filling only those points. But what about the initial things that you did in April, May, and June, July, August? we tend to forget those things and we do not write it down in the APR. As well as our reporting officer will also forget. He'll only remember things that you have done, and whatever you have written in the APR, he'll only remember those things. He'll recall only those things whatever you have written in the APR. So it is very important to write it down, each and every initiative that you have taken, the small to smallest initiative that you have taken, or biggest initiative that you have taken. Each and everything you must keep it safe, noted, and you should mention it in the APAR while filling it up. Because if you will fill each and everything, your after reading your self assessment, your reporting officer will recall that yes, you have done this, and on the basis of that he will give you a good gradings. And even if I am just taking a hypothetical example, let's say you were not able to maintain a very good relationship with your reporting officer due to XYZ reason, but if you have done so many other things best for the school, he will also realize after reading your self assessment, he or she cannot deny, your reporting officer cannot deny each and everything. So you should have justification why you are looking for good gradings, right? So now quickly look at the APR. I have a soft copy of the APR. This is the front cover page. I hope everyone is able to see it. This is the front this is the cover page, and we all know how to fill it, and there is nothing to tell you. Name, employee code, designation, office, and reporting period. Reporting period, what is reporting period? Reporting period is for, like now what we'll be filling APR for 2019 and 20. Yeah, so reporting period is also always mentioned like that. Then again, on each and every page you have to fill the reporting period and your name. Then next page, here also this is your own biodata. You have to write the school name, date of birth, etc, etc. Then one most important thing here, period of absence from the duty, leave, training, and during the year. The point number 8, here you are supposed to write the leaves that you have taken. When I talk about the leaves that you have taken, I mean only those leaves which is entered in your service book, which is recorded in your service book. So let me tell you, only CCL and casual leave, casual leave and CCL will not be recorded in your service book. The RH will not be recorded in your service book. So what kind of leaves you have to write here? You have to mention here like earned leave, EL, HPL, or EOL if you have gone on EOL, or maternity leave, or child care leave. These kind of leaves are always recorded in your service book that you have gone for so many days. Sometimes we forget when we took the leave and for what kind of leave we took. So for that you can ask your office to to help you with your leave data. So they will see your service book and they will tell you what kind of leaves you have taken so far. Okay, now we'll quickly come to the self assessment part. So part 2 is the self assessment. We are supposed to fill only part 2, and the rest will be taken care of by your reporting officer as well as your reviewing officer.
Sir, excuse me, sir. One thing I want to know. Sir, here, suppose that we have attended any training. On that particular period, we have to show leave. It should be mentioned there.
So if you are going on any training or any workshop,
yes,
if that is official, then you don't have to mention that as a leave. that is
Okay,
you are
okay.
on duty,
Means
not on leave.
if we are going from the school side, then no need to mention.
Yes, if you are going anywhere from your school on office duty, that is always considered as your on duty, not
Okay, okay.
no leave. Okay, that
Thank
will
you.
also be recorded. Any training that you take, that will also be recorded in your that service book. But you are not on leave, so you don't have to mention that. So now
Okay, thank you, sir.
we quickly come to the self-assessment part. Self-assessment part, the first column that we get is brief description of your duty. So we should column is quite big, you have to fill it properly. Everyone has extra duties apart from their regular basic duties. So in KVS, each and every teacher has got something extra to do. So you should always mention it in your brief description of duty. You will see that you will be repeating many things again and again in your self assessment, but that is very important and necessary to do that, to do. Okay, in brief description I am just giving so everyone knows their duty, everyone know what they are supposed to do in the office. You have to fill that only. I'll just take few I'll just tell you few examples what you can write, what any teacher can write. And since we have more than 50% participants from our librarian from other different KVs, so I'll also give a short description about the librarians also, because the performa is specially designed for only teaching staff. Although librarian are also teaching staff, but librarians role and responsibilities are different, and they should cannot be judged on same parameters. But I'll just give you an idea. In the same self we have to we don't have any choice, we have to fill the same self assessment form. We don't have any separate form for librarians, so I'll just give a short note about the librarians also, apart from the other teachers. So what you can write here in brief description, you can write you have class teachership. So mostly TZTs will have class teachership, and PZTs will also have the so most of the teachers will have class teachership. Apart from the class teachership, you can write about co-class teachership. You can write about the delivery of percentage delivery of result, what you are expecting, what result you are expecting from what results you are expected to deliver. So I think for everyone it should be 100%. So you can write let's say X teacher has a responsibility of class 11, he is a class teacher of class 11, he is teaching history, and so his target will be delivering 100% result in class 11 for history, and for any other class that he or she is taking. Apart from that, many of the teachers will be housemaster, so they should mention that I am a housemaster of this house. Many of the primary teachers or TGT will be a member of scout and guide, what we say, cub and bulbul, scout and guide. Maybe one or two teacher in the school will be NCC instructor also. So you should mention that also. And apart from that, you should also mention the membership in the different kind of committees. So if you are a member in library committee, you can mention that I am a member in library, I am a member in library committee also. I am a member in EBSB program committee. I am a member in science exhibition committee, or social science exhibition committee, or different programs. So nowadays most of the TZTs are dealing PISA, so they can mention about the PISA also, what they are responsibility, what they are expected to do with the in respect to PISA. Apart from that, You can also mention that you are in charge of exam department, or you are in charge of any other things in the school, the duties have been given to you. So these kind of things all the teachers can mention. Librarians also can mention whatever the point is relevant to them, they can also mention that. In some schools there are librarians who are class teachers also, so they should mention that. Definitely they are supposed to mention that. Apart from that, for CCA, what you have done, are you if you are in charge or co in charge of CCA, you should write that I am a co in charge or I am in charge of CCA. You should mention that what you are expected to do. So what is the expectation of the sangathan or the vidyalaya from you in each and everything. You should mention that here in the brief description of the duty. So like here now, librarian, what they can fill about their circulation duty, they can fill about their technical work like classification, categorization, stock verification, maintenance of stock, upgradation of library and its resources. Apart from that, like book purchase, subscription of periodicals, preparation and implementation of ALAP, career counseling of the students, or in charge of media center. Like these, librarians can also fill. They can also tell about the setting up the class library in primary, and ensuring optimum use of library resources to for students, teachers and other staff members, support and coordination with Vidyalayas teaching and learning process, open access in the library. So these kind of things librarian can also mention here. Now let's move to the next point. So in second point, they are saying that you have to fill each somewhere about 8 to 10 points about your work order and priority and achievement against KVS target. Example, annual action plan for your division, section, KV, whatever, etc. So here we'll quickly come to the page number 3, where these things will be filled up. So in this, the first thing we have is frequency and quality planning, annual and lesson. So now this is some little bit older performer, and the new performer is in a different language, but they are asking for the same thing. I have new performer with me also in hard copy. I'll just see. So here they are saying planning and annual lesson. Then they talk about frequency and syllabus completion. So here you can tell about the preparation of teacher diary. What is your frequency in preparation of teacher's diary? Lesson plan, you are preparing it weekly, fortnightly, and what you achieve. So this is the target that you have given to yourself, that I'll be preparing the teacher diary daily, I'll be preparing the lesson plan weekly, fortnightly. Did you achieve that or not? In the next very next column to that, you have to write that I achieved it, I have been preparing it for weekly or fortnightly, and continuously I have been following it. So apart from this, you can also you should also mention the timeline of the syllabus completion. If you have any, every teacher set up their own timeline also. Although KVS gives the timeline for completion of syllabus, but each and every teacher sets their own timeline also, that I'll finish the syllabus within 3 months or 6 months, or whatever timeline they give to their self. So you have to mention the timeline, that I gave this timeline for myself to complete the syllabus, and I achieved it on this date. You should mention that. After that, what librarian can fill here, they can fill about the circulation frequency, circulation percentage. So what is the frequency of circulation amongst the students, what is the circulation percentage? So let's say you have 500 students and 400 students are using your library service, and they are getting the book issued and returned. So you can bring out the percentage here. So my target was this, I achieved this. Preparation of ALAP. So you prepared each and every librarian will prepare ALAP, annual library action activity plan. So how much you achieved that? Have you followed it rigorously? Have you achieved it 100% or less, somewhere at 98 90%? So you have to mention, you should mention that also. Now क्या कह रहे थे सर? टाइटल. So let's move to the next point. So next point says teaching learning process, TLP. So use of TLP, what things that what are the things, what are the technologies that you are using nowadays? We write it in that way. Have you used you have been using PPTs, videos, audios, or interactive session? How did you make the sessions interactive with the students to complete your syllabus, to achieve your goal? So you can mention those things here in the next column, where teaching where it is asking about TLP. So you should always mention so and so lessons were taught in through PPT. I showed the so and so videos. I used videos, audios, and you used projector, OHP, etc. Whatever you have used, you should mention that. CC worksheet, everything you should mention that. See, each and everything, the smallest point also you have to mention here. So next is at school based examination, what was the result percentage? So it is clearly asking about the result percentage and PI score. At school based examination, what was your result? At board level at the board examination, what was your result and PI score? So these things also you have to mention here. We cannot write I achieved 100%. You can write anything, but you should be very specific that my target was for class 7th, 8th, 9th, or class 10th or 12th 100% result, and I achieved 100% result. My target for PI was this, and I achieved this. So for example, for some teacher, the target of a PI is 80%, and they achieved 80% or more than 80%. So they must mention it here. They should not forget that this is very important point. Apart from this, at any other forum, we tend to leave this column, we don't fill it, but why not? You should write it on the any other forum. Most of the students in Kendriya Vidyalayas participate in different external examinations also. They participate in different competitions also. So you should mention it here also, that so and so number of students of my class participated in this competition conducted by, for example, ISRO conducts a competition in a year. So you can write so and so number of students participated in ISRO quiz or competition for this purpose, and the target was this, and they achieved this, they succeeded, or they not succeeded. You should mention it here that you have motivated them to participate in these kind of programs. For like librarian can mention how they encourage the students for external competitions. So you can mention it here. For example, just I'm giving an example that I encouraged a few students of class 12th in my school to attempt the NDA exam. So they attempted the NDA exam. So I can mention that I encourage them to attempt the NDA exam or any other exam, any other competition exams, and I can mention here their success rate or their achievements here. So this is how we can fill it. And the next point is students performance, achievement of student at formative and summative assessment. So most of the time what we do is the teachers will fill up here their own achievement, but here you have to mention the students achievement. Like you can fill it from my class so and so number of students were participated in so and so external competition or internal competition. Like you can write about like PISA test or Olympiad, you can mention those things also, that they have achieved so and so in that. So my target was that my 50% students at least will participate in Olympiad, and so many students participated, and so many students achieved that goal. Apart from that, you can also mention the special achievements of your students. Many students participate in externally in different type of competitions, so you can mention that also, apart, because you have already mentioned about the annual results in the above column, so you cannot repeat same thing here. So but here they are asking about the achievement, so you can write it here. So if your student, any of your student is getting 100% marks, so it is your achievement of they are getting 100% marks, so you can mention that here. For librarians, what they can mention, they can tell the reporting officer about the increase in the book circulation. If the students are maintaining library notepad diary, or if you have given any project to the students. For me, that we did few projects last year with the students. For example, I had a project of making giant manuscript, a giant book. That was a giant book project, which was almost completed, but due to lockdown it's still some work is pending. But I can mention it here that we did this and this. Then we come to the next point, which is assessment, conduct of formative, summative question, like assessment, question paper frequency, quality of evaluation, analysis, pupils performance, diagnosis, and remediation, remedies, about the remedies. So here what we can write, the preparation of question paper. Many of the teachers will prepare question papers. They can also mention the numbers that I prepared, so that numbers of question papers. Apart from that, you can write about the monthly staff meetings. You can write about the counseling of students, any challenges that you faced and its remedy. So there will be one or two students in your class who will not be I'm just giving a hypothetical example. If you relate, you can note it down, otherwise you can make your own examples also to mention it here. So for our school in class 7th, there is one student, I'll not take his name, but there is one student who will not concentrate in these studies. So most of the teacher will ask him to go out of the class, but this is not the way. What you made, what extra efforts that you have made to make him to bring his concentration back to the studies. For library, what he used to do, he used to come, and I have caught him red-handed many times. He used to come and steal the books, but we have to understand the root cause why he is doing that. All the students are teasing him, so there are many things that you can sort out, that what is the reason and what you can do. So I freed him, I made him free, that you come in library anytime. Whenever your teacher asks you to go outside the library, you come to the library. I'll give you books, whatever book you want. Even if he is not able to read the high level language books, then also he takes the book and I give him. So he stopped stealing the books. He knows that in library nobody will ask me to stop from taking any book. So he stopped stealing it. Likewise, this is also a responsibility of his class teacher and the other teacher, how they can bring him back to the studies, to make his concentration. I know he's getting he's being promoted till class 8, but in 9th what will happen, we all know. Before that, we'll have to bring his concentration back. So like this was one of the examples. So these kind of problems you may also be facing. So for these kind of students, what you have put in extra efforts, what remedy you have used, so you should mention that here. For librarians, they can also tell about the internal competitions that they conduct, about the book for example, book review, book cover, bookmark, article writing, travel experience, or any special experiment or research that they have done, they should write it here, apart from the other points. So next is reporting to students, parents, subject committee and principal, etc., frequency, quality and impact. So this is quite easy. We just have to mention that we attended, we were in expectation also will write staff meeting, student counseling, PTM, CC activity, or any activities that you are supposed to do. You will write this will be same for the librarians also. They will write here, and in the assessment column they will write that I attended all the meeting and followed all the discussion and the guidelines whatever issued in the meeting, or I did whatever I was expected to do. So these things will be same for librarians too. So here we have to mention that. Next is organization of KV cluster regional KVS level activities, including club activity, role contribution and special achievement if any. So this is also one of the important point whenever we get any notification for KVS competition or any other competition, or every teacher will be divided with the different responsibility. Like for EBSB that we conduct every year in KVS, there are many different programs like skit is there, dance is there, and then speech is there, and I think 10 to 12 programs are there, and every teachers in a team of one or two, they will be given different responsibility, that you will be taking care of skit, you will be taking care of dance, you will be taking care of singing, you will be taking care of speech, you will be taking care of debate. Like that, all the teachers will be given different assignment. What happens is, when we have not done anything, at least we will write here escort, we went on escorting duty. But that doesn't make any doesn't make the point here that they are asking. If you have taken any responsibility, some teachers you will find that they are tend to hide from the responsibility, so they will not have anything to write here. So for example, if any teacher has helped in EBSB skit, they will write I prepared students for skit, I wrote the I directed the skit, I wrote the script, I prepared students, my students reached up to the national level, or my students won the national first prize, second prize, or regional prize, or cluster level prize. So everything for a PT, for a sports teacher, they will write about their sports activity. Even if you have helped your PT, your school in preparing students for sports, or for any science exhibition, for any social science exhibition, or any other thing, anything that you have helped, you must note it down, and you must mention it here, you must highlight it here, that I prepared students for this program and my students were able to achieve this. So you must be writing it here, mentioning it here, which is very important, because like we all know, our reporting officer will not be able to remember for all the 20 people or 40 people, or in some schools 100 or 200 teachers are also there. So they'll not be able to remember what you did. If you will write, he'll remember that yes, you did this, and you should be given weightage for this things, these things also. So you should mention it in this column also. So next is intra and inter house activities. Here also these points are similar for librarians too, that is why I am not telling about librarians separately. So in the intra and inter house activities, so we all know in KVS from the day one we have seen there are 4 houses or 2 houses, or in different KVS different structure is followed, their house name is different. So you have to mention it here that I in my intra house activity or inter house activity, I did this, and I prepared the students for this, and my students achieved this. So this you have to mention here. Again, in the next point, committee's role and contribution and special achievement. Here also you have to mention all name of the all the committees in which you are a member. For example, if you are a member in library committee, you have to mention that library I'm a member in library committee or secretary in a library committee. If you are a member of cleanliness committee, or if you are a member of disciplinary committee, if you are a member of admission committee, if you are a member of a EBSB, anything, for each and everything in the government offices, we always make the committees and then we move forward about the things. So you have to mention your name of the committee, your role, what special things that you have done to achieving the goal of that particular committee. So here you should mention these things. So next is other contribution. Here I am I am very I used to handle APARs in regional office Bhubaneswar, but and sometimes I used to be shocked to see people in other areas of contribution, they will fill nothing. In this column, you will find most of the teachers will leave blank, or they will repeat the things they have already mentioned above. So this is one of the most important thing you can freely highlight each and every initiative which is not covered in the other points above. So here you have to mention each and everything, like if you have encouraged students for donation of books, so there is a program of KBS also, like Pustako Pahar, so in which every student should donate the book to their juniors. So if you have encouraged the students for that also, you should mention it here. If you have made students sensitive about this society and the environment, if you have encouraged them for these kind of any other activities, you should mention it here. Or any back to basics awareness program, or anything else which is left over, which is not covered in the above pointers, you should mention it here. I recommend you write it with pencil first, and then because space is very less in each and every column, so write in very small letters, that is okay. So but don't leave it blank, just mention each and everything that you have done. For librarians, that they can also write about the donation of the books, if they have encouraged students for donation of books. If they are maintaining blog services, they can write about the blog services, what online services they are providing, they can write that also. About the reader clubs or any other club they have they are maintaining, they can write about that. If any other teacher also, if you are also maintaining any club, for example, if any English TGT is maintaining a English literature club or English club, English language club, he should mention it that I am maintaining this club, and my students are showing this kind of improvement in their academics. So now we come to the last page of the self-assessment. I like this page most, because here you can write about your challenges also. In the column number 3 on page number 4, the column 3A, which says please state briefly the shortfalls with references to the targets, objective, goals referred to in item 2. Referred to in item 2, please specify constraints, if any, in achieving the target. So I like this column too much, because here you can highlight each and every problem that you faced in the year in achieving your target. If you have please don't mention directly that I was not able to achieve this result. You should not mention it here, but it is, the column is given here, but you should not highlight it here that I was not able to achieve this result. What you can write, I would have been able to achieve this result if, for now you can write about the problems, your challenges that you have faced during the year. So these kind of language you can you have to rotate the language, and these kind of language you can use here. I would have been able to achieve this target if I would have been given library furniture. For me, it's being a librarian, it will be things related to library. So for me, like in my library, I have very less furniture, I have very less tools, I don't have computers, I don't have projector, so I can write it here about these things. For other teachers, what they can write about, they can write about the irregularity of the students, they can write about the support from the parent, if they are getting it or not getting in proper way. They can write about the awareness in parents about the children. And if you do, you are also not getting the proper infrastructure in, like in some school, in KV it's very rare, but in some school you will find that you don't have projector, you don't have other technical systems in classrooms. So if you don't get, you are not getting, you will not be able to write in TLP also. The column number 3 that we that we discussed in the page number 3 in TLP, you will not be able to write about the TLP, the uses of technology that you have, because you did not had the computer, you did not had the mic or speaker or the projector or these kind of things. If you are not getting these kind of things, you will not be able to achieve your goal in that way, in which way KVS is, the Sangathan is expecting from you. So you should always mention each and everything that you faced as a challenge during the session, during the entire year, in achieving your goals. Sometime what we do, हमें काम चलाना पड़ता है, we have to just manage it with the less things, with the less facilities. So we should always mention it. And if, for example, for a very good example just came to my mind, there will be some teachers who will be who would have been doing the clerical work in the office. So you can mention it here also, that because I have been given so much of clerical work, I was not able to if I would not have been given these kind of clerical works, I would have achieved this score, or I would have achieved this from the my expected goals. In the next column 3b, please also indicate items in which there have been significant higher achievement and your contribution there too. So this is also very important thing. So whatever we have written in the page number 1, page number 2, we should just give a description of each and everything here again. So whatever achievement we have achieved, which was maybe you are thinking this for any achievement, you are thinking that this is not a big achievement to write it here. No, this is not like that. You should mention each and everything about the result also. I recommend you should mention about the results also. If you have achieved extraordinary result, you should mention it here. Apart from that, you can also mention about the whatever we have written on the page number 3 in achievement, you can mention it here again, and that my students achieved this, my students were able to achieve this achievement or make position in this competition, my students participated in these national competition. Then again you should just highlight your achievements too. Like if you have been appreciated by someone, some officers, some higher level officers, if you have received any appreciation from the parents, and that should be in documented form only, like it should be on email or on the in a letter mode. If you have received any appreciation letter from the ministry, so like PGTs and TGTs, if they deliver 100% result, they get appreciation letter from the ministry that we congratulate you for and appreciate your efforts that you have made. So you should mention these kind of achievements here. If you have got any award in that year, you should mention it here, that I got this kind of award. If you have been able to achieve any external award also, you should mention it each and everything here. You should not leave it blank. This is very important thing. Most of the time what will happen, your reporting officer will read the complete self assessment, but your reviewing officer, he'll only read the column number 3b, because this is a summary of each and everything that you have done in the full year. So they will only read this because they have to review the APR of 20 schools, staff members of 20 schools. 20 schools means almost 600 700 staff members. So they will only read this only, or they may also not read anything, and they will just review your APR performer on the basis of review of your reporting officer. So whatever they are, your reporting officer is reviewing. So I always recommend that we should always maintain a diary or a notepad, and we should always note it down, note each and every smallest thing that we have done during the year, and we should always write each and everything in the APAR, so that your reporting officer can recall your contribution during the year, and he can judge you on that in respect of those initiative and those work that you have done. Now the last thing is simply asking from you that have you filled the return of the movable property within the prescribed date of 31st January. We all have to give a declaration, we call it a return of immovable property. So we must give it before 31st January in the school. We must submit it in the office, and we must write it here, yes, that we have submitted. That is all that you have to fill. Apart from this, on all the pages you just have to mention your names and reporting period, and rest will be taken care of by your reporting officer, and you will be given grading, which will be kept in the regional office for your future future use of those things. So I hope I have made very clear each and every point. I'll take the questions from all of you one by one. If you have any question, you can just ask me the question. I'll try to clarify your doubt.
पवन सर, आपने ये बोला था कि जो अपार है वो अप्रैल से मार्च तक भरी जाती है, तो इस बार अपार लेट हो रही है, तो उसमें हम पीआई मेंशन करें या फिर उस कॉलम को लीव कर दें?
Actually, sir, APR is always filled for the previous year, but this time we are filling it late, so you can mention your PI also, and for this year also, but next year again you will have to fill the same thing. You will not have different thing to fill. But what I think is, because this PI will be counted in your next year result. This is for your next year reporting.
Okay, sir.
Everything is clear.
So should
Well
I
explained.
thank you. If anyone is having any question, please ask me. Otherwise, I'll just hand it over to the Bharat sir for the further session about the ITR. भारत सर इज देयर? भारत सर है ना? कहाँ पे हैं? किस नाम से? म्यूट पे है, बोलो। हाँ, इंदर मीणा। ओके
सर, एक क्वेश्चन है।
यस मैम।
सर, क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर अपार जैसे हम लोगों का एक साल के अंदर जो भी हमने एक्टिविटीज लिखी है वो हम फिल करते हैं
जी,
अगर इन बिटवीन मिडल ऑफ द ईयर मेरा ट्रांसफर हो जाता है, सपोज
हाँ।
कीजिए किसी का ट्रांसफर हो जाता है,
हाँ
तो हम जो नए स्कूल में जाएंगे तो उसमें भी कुछ आधे साल तक हम एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करेंगे।
बिल्कुल
तो हम लोग उसमें अपार फॉर्म जो एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर भरा जाता है, तो उसमें क्या दोनों स्कूल में जो एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म की है वो उसमें लिखेंगे?
बिल्कुल मैम, आपको दोनों स्कूल में जो एक्टिविटीज़ आपने परफॉर्म की हैं दोनों मेंशन, सारा कुछ मेंशन करना है
जी,
एटलीस्ट।
लेकिन
सी, ऐसा नहीं होता कि आपने एक स्कूल में तो बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है या बहुत ख़राब परफॉर्म किया है और नए स्कूल में जाने के बाद आपने एकदम से एक्सट्रीमली वेल या एक्सट्रीमली बैड परफॉर्म करना शुरू कर दिया। सो योर
जी,
रिपोर्टिंग ऑफिसर विल अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम योर टेन्योर विद हिम, ही विल अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ आप अपने इस स्कूल में, आप प्रेजेंट स्कूल में ये कर रहे हो, तो डेफिनेटली यू हैव डन समथिंग इन योर लास्ट स्कूल ऑल्सो। सो यू शुड ऑलवेज मैंशन that whatever you have done in your previous school as well as in your present school.
ओके सर, ओके सर,
Hello,
थैंक
sir.
यू।
Okay ma'am. Yes
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yes sir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon sir.
Sir, I want to ask, sir, हम ये लिख सकते हैं अपने APR में कि due to corona pandemic we cannot do more for the students.
See, आप पॉइंट नंबर 3 में जो कॉन्स्टेंट्स वाला पॉइंट है चैलेंजेस वाला पॉइंट है, वहाँ पे आप ये मेंशन कर सकते हैं। बट सर देखिए क्या होता है कि जब भी आप APR फिल करेंगे नेक्स्ट ईयर, द सिचुएशन वाज सेम फॉर ईच एंड एवरी वन, राइट? आप
Yes, sir.
मेंशन कीजिए, आई रिकमेंड कि सभी लोग मेंशन करें, बट द सिचुएशन वाज सेम फॉर ईच एंड एवरी वन। सो
क्योंकि ड्यू टू कोरोना पैंडेमिक हमने ज्यादा कुछ कर नहीं पाए हम लोग इस साल, और स्टूडेंट्स को भी बहुत सारे जो एक्टिविटीज में हम इन्वॉल्व नहीं कर पाए, तो उसको मेंशन कर सकते हैं हम इसमें।
सर आप
और फिर involve नहीं
बिल्कुल
आते हैं।
बिल्कुल अगर आपको ऐसे कोई बड़ा चैलेंज आया है इसकी वजह से, तो आप बिल्कुल मेंशन कर सकते हैं। बट
मुझे
दिस इज वेरी, कीप इट वेरी क्लियर इन योर माइंड दैट यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट मोस्ट बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दैट, बिकॉज एवरीवन हैज़ द सेम सिचुएशन।
ओके सर,
ओके, यस गौरव सर।
थैंक यू।
मतलब मैं ये कहना चाहता था कि जैसे जो ये अभी हम जो फिल कर रहे हैं पार्ट, इसमें तो इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि ये तो सेशन हम लोगों का एंड हो चुका था। ये नेक्स्ट सेशन में जब भरेंगे उसके लिए भले ही ये मतलब ये जो कोरोना वाला है
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
जो सर बता रहे
एग्जैक्टली सर, एग्जैक्टली। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
No,
हाँ
sir,
पवन
how
सर,
you-
हेलो।
यस सर, यस सर, टेल मी।
हाँ सर, पवन सर, ये जो पेज नंबर 2 पर दिया हुआ है, पॉइंट 1 है जो ये बॉटम पे है, टारगेट्स कमिटेड बाय यू एट द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ द सेशन।
ये जो है
जो पेज नंबर 2 पर है सर, ये बॉटम पर है, बिल्कुल नीचे। आपके द्वारा सत्र के प्रारंभ में निर्धारित लक्ष्य, इसमें क्या लिखना है सर?
सर जो भी आप यहाँ तो लक्ष्य लिखना है, तो जो भी आपका आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड टारगेट्स हैं, जो भी आपसे एक्सपेक्ट किया जा रहा है, वो सारी चीज़ें आपको मेंशन करनी। ये मेरे को दिख नहीं रहा है पॉइंट।
है सर, इसमें है, पेज नंबर 2 पर है।
पेज
इसमें
नंबर
आई
2
थिंक
पे,
वही
ओके।
लिखा जाएगा
पेज नंबर 2 पे ना
क्योंकि
सर, ये इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं जो पेज नंबर 3 पे कॉलम्स दिए हुए हैं ना सर, उसके लिए इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं। पेज नंबर 3 पे जो इतने कॉलम्स दिए हुए हैं ना, वो उसी के लिए
हाँ जी।
इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं। पेज नंबर 2 पे नीचे कॉलम नंबर 1 के बाद जो 2 नंबर है, वो
हाँ जी।
2, 2.1, 2.2, ये सब इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं इसी के लिए, पेज नंबर 3 के लिए, कि आपको क्या फिल करना है।
अच्छा, तो यहाँ पर मतलब कुछ लिखना नहीं है सर?
नहीं, यहाँ आपको कुछ नहीं लिखना है। आपको जो भी लिखना है पेज नंबर 3 में लिखना है, और पेज नंबर 1 में ब्रीफ डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ ड्यूटी वाले कॉलम में लिखना है।
अच्छा, ठीक है सर,
ठीक है सर।
थैंक यू सर। जी।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? Okay, so now I will hand it over to the